As far as the receiver position goes, which majority of the people who play flag football are receivers, right? A lot of you girls are receivers. So as we know, the TD should already be on there, but the big plays are important. Like those plays where we're getting 15 plus, we're head topping, so to speak, as you guys like to call it. Like I said, making two or three girls miss, even making big plays in big moments, like I talked about a state championship catch. All of those things are important, right? As far as showing a coach what you can do at that position. Spectacular catches, right? So I've seen some really good catches where girls are can't see the ball, one-handed, jumping up over players, whatever it is. Again, I will say, as a receiver trainer, catching the ball is probably one of the biggest things that I have to fix with girls. So when you see a girl who can just naturally go up and grab the ball in different ways, different angles, that's huge upside. I mean, very huge, especially when you're talking about trying to get that college opportunity. So you definitely want to show that stuff. And then we got to get the yak, right? So yards after catch. Man, listen, that is the law. The number one rule as a receiver is you always make the first defender miss. So we have to show that consistently on film. Why do I say that? Because for one, extending plays again, first downs, third downs can be converted to first downs. Getting, especially when we're talking about a first and 20, first and 16, right? Or first and 14, right? Those kind of plays are important as far as driving the ball down the field. Biggest thing is understand this, and you just got to think from a college recruiting standpoint. I can go grab probably five random people up the street right now and throw them a hitch, and they can get their flag pulled no problem and get me maybe 1 yard after the catch, right? That's not why you're being looked at to go to college, right? You got to be able to catch that 5 yard hitch and turn it into 10 yards, right? Maybe 15, maybe 30, 40, right? That's what coaches want to see. If you're not able to do that, that's showing them that, hey, listen, all right, I can get anyone right now. They can literally close their eyes and point and find someone to do that job. Whole point of you being considered a college prospect because you're doing things differently. You're above average, right? So, as far as creating those big plays, tight spaces, making defenders miss, that is huge. Hip moves, dip moves, the whole thing. You definitely want to show that stuff if you have that. Route running, obviously huge, but I do understand that there are some offenses where girls are only running like post routes and seam routes the whole time. Or they may only run slants, or they may only run hitches on the backside, or just different things like that. But again, when you get opportunities to run anything from the route tree, make sure that you are running those things well and make sure you're showcasing that on a consistent basis. Because I will tell you, especially as far as again being a wide receiver trainer, I'm making sure that you guys know excuse me, you should be running routes, especially when you guys have aspirations to play at even higher levels, right? I have seen multiple girls go from being average pass catchers, average route runners, to now being above average route runners. And now that relates to being above average pass catchers because it all goes hand in hand, right? Coaches want to see you consistently running routes, winning routes, because you will see man coverage a lot more when you get to college, and especially precision on routes because you got to be able to win because the windows will tighten as the competition gets better. And then your burst off the ball, which could easily be number one. Consistently, receiver stance and start is so important. If you're coming off the ball, half speed. If you're jogging because you know you're not getting the ball, that can be a turnoff for college coaches. I'm just letting you know that, right? Especially if they're watching you in person. Because understand that all these things I'm talking about, coaches are also going to watch you play in person. And highlights are only going to show the good things. But if you're not doing this stuff consistently, play to play, coaches who are coming to watch you will document these things, and that could make or break if they want to make a decision about you being in their program.